So I know I talked about my elephant ears, but there are two other favorites that I have. One is rose bushes. So last year, my husband and I planted six rose bushes. No, seven rose bushes across the back of my yard. I want to kind of do like a living fence kind of thing. So we planted rose bushes. Three of those rose bushes were bare roots. It was nothing but the root. And I thought, well, this is going to take a couple of 3-4 years before this blooms. This was in April of 2025. By the summer, I had the most beautiful roses. They were orange, a creamsicle, a beautiful gold. And so I had, that was those three bare roots. And so I had other roses that I planted. Two bushes didn't make it back after the winter. So I have recently gone to Home Depot and bought a couple of bushes just to replace those. But my other favorite flower are peonies. Mom had the most beautiful peonies in the yard. I love those peonies. And I always said when I grew up, I was going to have them. Not only did my mom have them, my aunt, I have an aunt, oh my God, her whole front of her house was beautiful, beautiful, huge pink peonies. They were gorgeous. She's no longer with us, but we did not get all of those peonies. Some of us were able to take, I know my sister took a peony with her and put it in her yard. But I didn't get one, unfortunately, but that's okay. I planted one 2 years ago when I first moved here, and last year it bloomed. I was just so happy. So then last year I planted two more last spring, and right now they have buds all over them. So I'm going to have some beautiful pink peonies coming up in the summer, and I am going to show you as soon as they bloom. I love peonies. I love gladiolas. That was another one of my mom's favorite flowers. That was like the first sign. You knew Easter was around the corner when those gladiolas bloomed. And hers were the purple. But the ones that I got this year at the nursery are a rainbow of colors. I don't think I've ever really seen them because we always had purples and blues. So I'm going to plant those. They won't be up until next year, but that's okay. My family, the women in my family seem to just have a green thumb when it comes to planting flowers. A few years back, and when I say a few years, I mean like probably 40 years back, because my children are well into their adult ages now. My sister and I got all of our kids, my kids, her kids, or other sisters' kids together at our dad's property. And one fall, they all took about 3 or 4 different types of bulbs, tulips and lilies, glads, and they all got to plant those flowers out there. And that was my sister's treat. She really wanted those kids to see what it was all about when it came to planting flowers and watching life, take shape. And so, we wanted our kids to get that love of the outdoors and flowers that we have. She's also the one that used to take her kids camping all the time. A couple of times we went with them, but I would take my kids and we'd go camping with them. But those are just the things memories are made of. And I want the kids to look back and say, "That's right, Aunt Sandy did have us out there planting all of these bulbs." Well, it's been a long time, as I said, and since then my dad eventually sold the property, moved elsewhere. So we don't get to see those flowers anymore, what they look like. But that first year they came up, the kids were really tickled because it was something that they started. So those are the kinds of things that we're looking at. Also, my daughter Terry, who is the one, I will be honest, she's the one that got me started with this channel because she's a real life coach. She is a licensed life coach, and she has a Real Talk channel podcast that she does, and it's called what is it? Real Talk Coaching. And I think she talks about one of those episodes. She talks about the women in the family. We are women of doers. And so we just think everybody should come along with us and do with us and do as we say. That's just how we are. Now, I want you to get on her coaching channel. You will really, really be enthusiastic. You'll be excited about some of the things that she talks about. It's about real life. And women in real life, things that we probably just take for granted or don't realize. There's a lot that we as women do. We're responsible for a lot. So I'm going to put that channel in the directions and the information so that you can check it out for yourself. You'll be hooked on it because it's Terry. And then she has a couple of other coaching ladies who join her. And they're very interesting, very intelligent women. So I hope you get a chance to see them. So I don't know if many of you know. No, you know what? Many of you don't know. But I thought maybe in the beginning I explained my husband and I why we decided to move here. We had moved to, when he retired in 2012, we moved out of state. We moved to Atlanta. And things were different, but we liked it. But life happened and caused us to have to move back home. I won't go into that now, but we moved back home. We were here for family because both of us, he and I both have large families. Some people, some families, kids can go off to here and there and everywhere and everybody's okay. But for whatever reason, because we're rooted and connected here, both sides of our families, we were really missed. And it's not like we were the oldest or the youngest. We were both the middle kids. But it's like something about us middle kids. I don't know what it is. We were missed. Our family needed us. So we ended up moving back here. And we had such a large house. We had a 4,000 square foot house in Atlanta. And we moved from a 3,000 square foot house. So we decided, well, you know what? It's just us. We don't need that much room. So we were doing great. The pandemic hit in 2020, just as we were looking. And so we were able to find a new community that was just being built. And in our area, there were no active adult communities. This was brand new. We knew we didn't want to go into another house because we realized we used maybe 3 rooms in the house. Our owner's suite and bathroom, the kitchen, maybe the rec room or the family room. But the rest of the house we never ever went into. So we said, you know what, let's just do a condo. It's just the 2 of us. So we had 2 full bedrooms, 2 full bathrooms, a sunroom, living room, the works, 1,400 some square footage feet. And it was nice. We had a garage, single car garage on the ground floor. And for a while, it was great. We loved it. But 3 years in, we were like, we're just being held captive in this condo because we can't go outside and garden and plant. He likes to do things. He likes to cut grass and that kind of stuff. And I like to work in the yard. And we just couldn't do it. So we said, okay, let's buy a house and let's move. And so we did. And we didn't buy anything nowhere near, I promise you, as large as the homes we had. We just wanted outdoors. That's all we wanted. We wanted to be able to get outside. And so we came, we looked at the couple of communities. We told our kids, hey, we're moving. And they're like, wait, what? Like, yeah, it's like, again, like, but you know what? It's not like we're moving all the way down to Georgia. We're moving closer. It's about an hour's drive, but it's still close. It's an hour's drive no matter where you go in the DMV because of traffic. But anyway, they came up and decided, we like that. Guess what we did? We bought the lot next door. I'm like, wait, what? And then 2 weeks later, my daughter's like, well, guess what I just did? I just bought the house in front of you. I just bought the lot in front of you. I'm like, oh my gosh. But that was okay. It was great. It's fun because we get to watch our great grandbabies grow up right next door to us. And my daughter's right across the street. I kid you not, I can sit up in my bed and see her out in her yard. And last summer, she was always out in her yard. I'm like, girl, you are always out in your yard. Do you know what the inside of your house looked like? And she was out there planting this, that, and everything else and watering. And she has a beautiful yard, trust me. So it turned out to be such a blessing that we didn't know we wanted. Because I know I told you I was sick and I had several surgeries and I couldn't walk. I couldn't do anything. And so they would come up and take turns taking care of me. So that was God's blessing. God said, I'm going to put them there. You may not think you're going to need them, but you're going to need them and you're going to be glad they're there. And so that's what happened. And so it's great. Now I have a baby girl who said, I love where you all live. I will come and visit, but there is no way. I only want to see the mountains when I'm driving up there and let them be in my back when I'm on my way home, because that's just not for me. And that's okay, because that's fine. That's okay. That's her choice. But we've got 3 empty bedrooms. So that's what you're going to be seeing me do. I decided to confiscate 1 bedroom and make it my office. We still have an office down here on the 1st floor. My husband says, okay, well then maybe I'll make that my man room. I said, but you have a man room down in the basement, man. You wanted to have the basement for you. So we put the TV and your chair and all of that, your refrigerator. All that stuff is in the basement for you. He's like, that. Now I want my own room. So this empty room on the 1st floor, it's going to be challenging because he's going to want it decorated a certain way. And, I don't like to give up, my ideas. But we'll see. So we've got a lot to do. We've got a lot here. We love this neighborhood. We're not the oldest couple in the neighborhood, and we're not the only couple without kids, but every kid in the neighborhood ends up running around our yard. And they're the sweetest kids, and we love it. So sometimes if you're watching me cook and you see my head turn, it's because a child has run across my yard and it's like right in my vision, and I turn and I look. And that's okay. They come up on our deck and sit and chill in the summer. So you know what? That's okay. We're going to be everybody's Gigi. So that's okay. We love it. But we love it here in this new neighborhood and this new house. And it's giving me a lot to live for, having my new babies next door. I get to watch them grow up because, it was 30 some years ago that my grandbabies were born and grew up. And now I'm wondering, did I miss it? But see, I was still growing too because I was still working. Now I'm retired. So I'm home and I can see these little babies next door grow up. And that's what life is all about. And that's what's called lifing. And I am so grateful and thankful that I have this opportunity to be here. So I'll get back with you with some more stories. I just wanted to kill some time while I'm waiting on that cheesecake.